Hi everyone, my name's Madison Scott, and this is my second video showing homework support video. And today we're going to be doing making a cash budget for the Flounder Corporation. So first of all, we're going to make this cash budget for the 2 months ending in February 28th, 2017, because it says to prepare it for January and February. Then we're going to start with our beginning cash balance for January. So in this area, we're going to just type 48,700, which is what they told us is the expected to be the beginning balance for January. So we're going to type that in there, and then we're going to add our cash receipts. And so we're going to start with collections from customers, which they said in this number one that in January they collected $332,300 from customers. So we're going to enter that in here. And then it said that in February they collected $378,200 from customers. So we're going to type that in over there. Then we're going to do our notes receivable, which right here they said that in January there were $17,000 notes receivable, and it doesn't have anything for February, so we will enter 0 in there. And then in February, they said that there were sales and securities for $6,400. So we're going to enter that in for just February for sales and securities of $6,400. And then, so we're going to calculate those total receipts. So we're just going to add the collections for customers, notes receivable, and sales of securities. And we're going to put that total right here. Then we're going to add the total receipts to the beginning cash balance in January. We don't know the beginning cash balance of February yet, so this isn't here yet. So we're going to add up in January. And so the total is going to be $398,000 for a total available cash. Then we're going to subtract or less the cash disbursements, which the first cash disbursement would be purchases. And we see that purchases, we're not going to use purchases up here because these purchases are total purchases and we only need to know the cash that was paid. So we're going to use the payments of purchases right here. So it's $107,700 for January and $141,000 for February. So we're going to enter that in there. Then we're going to enter in the salaries which were paid, which those salaries were right here. So for January, $84,500, and for February, $81,000. And then we're going to enter in our administrative expenses, which the administrative expenses are a little bit tricky because it has them listed right here, which is $71,400 and $73,500. But when you enter it into your cash budget, you are going to subtract the depreciation cost. So it's going to be $71,400 minus $1,000 for January and $73,500 minus $1,000 for February. So $70,400 and $72,500. Then we're going to put in our selling expenses, which the selling expenses, $79,900, were pretty straightforward. They were right here listed for you. So we're going to put those in for January and February. And then our dividends, we were told that where was it? Right here in other disbursements, we see that only in February we paid 12,300 cash dividends. So we're going to add those in just for February. So it's going to be a zero balance for January, and in February we paid $12,300 in dividends. Then we're going to add all of these up for each section. So purchases, salaries, administrative expenses, selling expenses, and dividends. We're going to add those up for January and February, and we're going to type those amounts here under total disbursements. And then we're going to subtract the total disbursements from the total available cash, which is going to give us the excess deficiency of available cash over disbursements, which for January is 55,500, and for February is 46,600. Now, so that's going to bring our total, our ending cash balance for January to 55,500. We're not going to need to use any of these financing tools such as borrowing and repayments because we did meet our minimum cash balance of 52,470 here. So we're just going to enter that in as our ending cash balance. And then that ending cash balance comes up here to the beginning cash balance for February. So we're going to enter in 55,500 here for February beginning cash balance. And then we're going to do these calculations on down to get our total available cash, which is going to be 55,500 of the beginning cash balance, plus total receipts, which is 384,600, and that's going to give you 440,100. And so that's your total available cash. Then you're going to subtract your total disbursements. So 440,100 of total available cash minus $393,500 of total disbursements is 46,600. Now 46,600 doesn't quite meet this minimum cash balance of 52,470. So in financing, we're going to have to borrow some money in order to get to that amount. So we're going to put in our ending cash balance of 52,470 because that is the minimum balance, and then we're going to borrow the difference. So 52,470 minus 46,600 is 58,070. And so we're going to put that in for our under financing, under borrowings. And then and that is our entire cash budget sheet. So if you have any questions, comment them and I'll let you know to the best of my ability what the answers would be. Thank you.